Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of obscure, well, sort of obscure toy lines from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even up to today. So we'll start off with one that even I didn't know about. This was the Creepy Crawlers action figures by Toymax from 1994. Cece was a normal, very inventive child, until one day, in the process of inventing a new tool, he released the magical force, one that changed things forever. This magic brought to life the Goop Mondos, a group of insects that changed by the magic into loyal friends and warriors. But this magic didn't stop there though. More bugs changed and became the fearsome crime gangs, bad bugs who caused mayhem. Seeing that they have a duty to protect everyone, Cece and the gang take to the streets to fight back against the bad bugs. 13 characters in all, each of them came with their own gimmick and container of slime. Earthworm Jim by Playmates, 1995. The toy line consisted of 13 figures, all inspired by the video game but more based off of the cartoon series that followed. Now, as usual for toy lines of this era based off video games and short-lived toys, most of the figures consisted of Earthworm Jim in a variety of different super suits, but it also included some of his side characters from the show and the game, as well as a few enemy characters. Shiny Entertainment and Playmate Toys also did some plushie characters of the Earthworm Jim toy line. As well, it was kind of like the Happy Meal toy, but it was in production and in partnership with Taco Bell. So I don't know if those are called Happy Meals, obviously not. Taco Meals. Power Machines by Galoob, 1985. Now, Power Machines were a very cool toy line when I was a kid. Everyone I knew had them, and what was good, there was a lot of variety for them. This was the Flex. Its gimmick was that its wheels could expand and shrink depending on the terrain that you were on. Most people are familiar with the Animal, which we've covered before, where animal claws would come out of the tires. There was also the Giant, which looked like a giant caterpillar or centipede that had multiple wheels on either side. And then they also did their big tractor trailers that had cranes, hooks, and other devices like that. They were gimmicky, but man, these were awesome. Zorro by Playmates, 1997. So this predates the Antonio Banderas movie by a couple of years, so I'm guessing that there's no tie-in or no relation. And this one was actually hard to find a lot of information. As you can see, I couldn't even find a commercial for this video. So what it was another one of those toy lines that was cashing in. I don't know if a comic was famous at the time or it was just playing off of all the mask and mark of Zorros, but this was a 7-figure line, again mostly Zorros in different costumes, along with 2 bigger box sets, an enemy and Zorro coming with their horses. Shout and Shoot by Cap, 1994. So now this came out during the Super Soaker craze, and in the first commercial I think they're even actually having a war with people with Super Soakers. So this was basically a squirt gun that you wore on your belt clip, and then you'd wear it around your head with kind of like a headband accessory. There was a plastic targeting system and it was battery operated. I remember having the Shout and Shoot 2, which there was kind of like a pump handle where you can get more pressure, because from what I remember of this one, playing with it as a kid, I remember cousins had it. You got 1 or 2 good shots, and even with a full battery charge, the water canister got empty and it just had a weak squirt. But definitely something cool from the 90s, and I would say obscure. Mega Man, Capcom and Bandai, 1994. Now, let me start this off by prefacing, yes, I know Mega Man is still very relevant, and some very cool toys, especially from NICA and the ilk like that, are still coming out. But this is Mega Man toys based off the Mega Man cartoon from the 90s. So this was a pretty cool but short-lived Mega Man series, and the main gimmick of the toy, well, actually for all of the evil robot bot masters, is that you could change their weapon So they all had a spring-loaded port that you could use all their powers, and of course Mega Man could absorb them and use them. I actually found a Cutsman and a Rush not too long ago. Well, a little before everything, when the you-know-what hit the fan. I found them for like 50 cents each at a yard sale. Well, that's going to do it, guys, for another episode, episode 44 of obscure, well, sort of obscure toy lines. So, down in the comments, let me know if any of these were new to you, and if there's something I haven't covered yet, please, again, let me know in the comments so that we can cover it in a future episode. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in about a week.